This is Ace from Space, ladies and gentlemen. The words that once sent crowds into a frenzy now echo with heartbreak. Ace Frehley, the legendary Kiss guitarist known to millions as the Spaceman, has died at 74. The rock icon passed away Thursday, just weeks after a fall inside his home studio that caused a severe brain bleed. He was placed on a ventilator, but never recovered. Surrounded by loved ones, his family made the painful choice to take him off life support. In a statement to Entertainment Tonight, they wrote, "We are completely devastated and heartbroken. We cherish all of his finest memories, his laughter, and his kindness." Born Paul Daniel Frehley in the Bronx in 1951, Ace grew up dreaming of music and mischief. He wasn't polished, he wasn't perfect, but he had something that can't-be-taught attitude. That edge caught fire when he met Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss in the early 70s. Together, they formed Guitarist, a band that would change rock forever. From the very first show, Ace stood out. Silver stars painted across his eyes, a black and chrome jumpsuit gleaming under the lights, and a guitar that seemed to shoot sparks into the night. He wasn't just playing, he was escaping gravity. Fans called him the Spaceman. His solos were cosmic. His grin was contagious, and his swagger, pure New York. "I wouldn't say we're tame in any way, shape, or form," he once said, and he meant it by the mid-1970s. Kiss was more than a band. They were a global phenomenon. Every kid wanted to be one of them. Lunchboxes, toys, comic books, Kiss ruled pop culture, and Ace's riffs powered it all. But behind the makeup, fame took its toll. Long nights, endless tours, and creative clashes led Ace to step away from the band in 1982. Still, the Spaceman never stopped flying. He launched a solo career that proved he didn't need Kiss to shine. His hit New York Groove became an anthem, a love letter to his hometown, and a reminder of his unstoppable energy. In 1996, he reunited with his bandmates for the iconic Kiss reunion tour. When Ace walked on stage in full costume once again, the crowd erupted. For a generation of fans, it was a moment frozen in time, the legends back where they belonged. Offstage, Ace could be quiet and humble. Friends describe him as funny, loyal, and endlessly curious. But hand him a guitar, and he transformed. The same spark that lit up arenas was still there. Even in his 70s, Ace kept creating. He toured, recorded, and shared his love for rock with every fan he met. His final single, Cherry Medicine, released last year, was a celebration of that same rebellious spirit. "I love you, Cherry Medicine," he sang. "You heal my every song." Now, those lyrics feel like a farewell, a soft echo from a man who gave his life to music. Tributes are pouring in from across the rock world. Paul Stanley wrote, "We shared the stage, the dream, and the madness. Ace was one of a kind." Gene Simmons added, "There was no Kiss without Ace. His guitar gave us liftoff." For millions, Ace Frehley was more than a musician. He was freedom personified. A Bronx kid who painted his face like a spaceman and showed the world you could live life loud, wild, and unapologetically yourself. His solos will live forever. His smile, his sparkle, his signature riffs, all part of a legacy that shaped the sound of rock and roll. Tonight, as fans raise their lighters and play those timeless records, one thing is certain: Ace Frehley didn't just play the stars, he became one.